Hey there guys, so I'm not starting. Anyway, I'm doing a YouTube tutorial for a kind of nighttime green look. It's kind of Egyptian inspired. I got this from another YouTube tutorial. It's got a break in the crease, heavy arch, and yeah, just lots of shimmer and lots of blending. So one thing I do, I get a regular piece of Scotch tape, transparent tape, and I line it up right here under my eye. And I want it to connect to the end of my eyebrow because it's going to give me that really nice almond shape. Another thing I do is I prime with Mecron's white creamy shadow. It's like the whitest one. It's called white/W whatever. And I really focus that on the bottom of my lid. I don't want to take it too heavy far into the crease line because then it's going to add depth and, you know, HD to everything else, and that's not something that I want. Then I'm going to use a regular brush. I got this also from Coastal Scent. It's a large chisel brush. I don't even know the damn number on it. Let me see. C159, and I'm using almost like a neon greenish, but not so neon. It's bright with a shimmer. The shimmer tones are really easy to blend, and this is also from my Coastal Scents palette. Alright, so you want to just get that on the whole entire lid. And as you can see, these are extremely pigmented. They go on really thick, especially when you prime. I really recommend them. They're extremely affordable. Alright, you see? Garage doors. Then I got this color down here, which is just a little bit darker. You can see right there. And I did the back end of my eye. Just to add dimension, add, I guess you could say, a little smoke contrast, whatever. See that? Okay. Now my next step is, I'm still with my greens, and what I'm going to do is use this bottom kind of hunter greenish color. It's with a shimmer as well. And I'm going to go into my crease line with it. Now, the way you know your crease line is right where your ball folds, eyeball folds, that's where it should be. It doesn't matter really how thick that goes in, because the point is to blend anyway. One thing that I always do is when I bring it onto the fold, I bring it diagonal on a V. It really helps with the eye shape. I love it. Now, one thing I do is, especially when you have smaller eyes and you want to give yourself more eye space, I get a liquid liner. This is from a regular beauty supply. It's called MK. It's got a wand like this. And all I do is I kind of draw over the line that's already there. What it does is it really just opens up your eye shape. You see, now you think that that's my crease line, and it's not. My crease line is underneath. All right. So one thing I do now is I get my my crease line brush, and it looks like this, very thin tip. This is also from Coastal Scent as well, and I'm going to be using the black shimmer on the bottom right here. And I'm really just going to do what I did with the crease line, but with this, I just want to blend that out. Now, the trick is you don't want to touch anything underneath the crease line. You want to go up. So you want to blend up and out.
If I wear a dress, you would never call. So I wear much less. I guess I wear my camisole. Make up. Make up. Make up. Make
See that?
up.
still have all your colors, but you really just want to blend out from the lines because it's going to take away from what you already have. If you don't, if you try to blend everything together, it's just going to be a fade of colors, and you don't want that. Another thing I do is you always want to highlight under the brow. Now, depending on your skin tone, is really depending on how you highlight. I use this color right here.
Smoke a cigarette. I'm not ready yet.
It's kind of gone, but it's kind of this pinkish, white almost. And what I do is I bring it from the arch of my brow down. And because I want this green to continue just fading and getting richer, I want to put it a little bit on top of the black that's been blended out. See? And then you can always go back in with your highlight, your brow bone highlight. And there you go. Now back to the liner. We're gonna go back in and accentuate our crease line. Not too dark because the shape should already be there for the most part. I'll do it dark on camera. And you want to do a wingtip, and this is going to be easy because you already have your tape there, I'm sorry. Now, depending on how big your eye shape, how small your eye shape, will determine the shape of this. So just know about your shape, know about the natural shadows and contours of your eyes, and you just want to make what's light, light, and what's dark, dark. Okay, so now you can remove the tape. Before you get into the bottom, what you want to do is sculpt your brows, and that's probably one of my most favorite techniques. This is the 88 matte palette from the Coastal Scents. As you can see, it's wearing away, but I use, this should be black and it's not, but I use the off black tone and the off brown tone, and I just really fill in my brows where they already are. I just want to make all those shapes and arches extremely visible. So if you have nice brows, ultimately all you have to do is fill in the skin underneath. It's most about the skin underneath than anything. And I get my lip brush. This is actually one of my favorite brushes to use. I get my lip brush. It looks like a paintbrush, obviously. And I'm using a MAC NC30 Studio Sculpt, whatever. Studio Fix, sorry. And as flat as possible. You want the tip as flat as possible, and you just want to accentuate what's already there. So of course, before you do anything underneath your eye, you're going to want to conceal underneath your eye, because it's really going to take away from the eye makeup if underneath your eye is dark. Now, one thing I did do was I used my same creamy eyeshadow, and you can use the same brush that you use for your concealer. And I just dabble it right here. And I applied a little bit of that same green into the inner corners of the eyeball. I also use a white Wet n Wild liner. Go right underneath. I'm sorry. Go right underneath. And you see I made it really thick. I made it thick because I want to go in and clean up whatever shapes I don't want. Now, if you have any mess ups, you can always go back in with your concealer, clean up. Remember, mascara is always your best friend. If you need to touch it up during the day, wipe it off first. You don't want, I'm sorry. You do not want your mascara clumping up at all. The point of everything when you do your makeup is to accentuate your beauty, not correct it. A lot of girls are always trying to y'all just make a lot of bad mistakes. So, I hope you guys like it. It's green, it's glamour, it's fun. You can always take away the white, you can always take away the bottom liner. Always just remember, light, medium, dark, light. Light, medium, dark, light. Light, medium, dark, light. Light, medium, dark, light. Follow this stuff. Alright? So remember, follow Crush Nation or Crush Nation's gonna follow you. Bye.